Albert Einstein, the curious boy who changed the universe. Once upon a time, in a small town in Germany, there was a curious little boy named Albert Einstein. Albert wasn't like most kids. He loved to think deeply about the world around him. While other children played games outside, Albert would sit quietly, wondering about the stars in the sky, the sunlight on his face, and the mysteries of the universe. From a very young age, Albert was fascinated by how things worked. One day, when he was just 5 years old, his father gave him a compass. Albert was amazed as he watched the little needle always point in the same direction, toward the north. Why does it do that? He wondered. This small moment sparked his love for science and curiosity. But even though Albert loved to think and ask questions, school wasn't always easy for him. His teachers thought he was a bit different because he liked to daydream and didn't always follow the rules. Sometimes, he even felt lonely because his mind was full of ideas that others didn't understand. But Albert never let that stop him. He kept thinking, asking questions, and using his imagination to explore the world. As Albert grew older, his curiosity about the universe only got stronger. He wanted to know how the stars shined, why the moon stayed in the sky, and how the sun could give us light and warmth. He realized that the answers to these questions might help us understand more about the world. One of the most important things Albert learned was that time and space aren't always what they seem. You know how sometimes when you're having fun, time seems to fly by, but when you're bored, it drags on forever? Albert realized that time could actually move differently depending on where you are and how fast you're going. This idea became known as the theory of relativity, and it changed how we understand the universe. Albert figured out that the speed of light is the fastest thing in the universe. It travels at 186,000 miles per second. That's fast enough to go around the Earth 7 times in just 1 second. He also discovered that space and time are connected, and they can even bend. This was something no one had ever thought about before, and it made Albert famous all over the world. But Albert didn't just stop with space and time. He also came up with a very famous equation, equals mc squared. It might look like just a bunch of letters and numbers, but this equation is super important. It means that energy and matter are connected. In other words, even a tiny bit of matter can turn into a huge amount of energy. This discovery helped people understand how the sun shines and why stars twinkle in the night sky. Albert's discoveries didn't just stay in the classroom. His ideas about space, time, and energy helped scientists invent new technologies and make important discoveries about the universe. His work even helped us understand how to travel in space and look deeper into the stars. But do you know what made Albert truly special? It wasn't just his amazing brain or his wild, curly hair. It was his curiosity. Albert never stopped wondering, even when people told him he was wrong or didn't understand him. He showed the world that it's okay to ask questions and that sometimes the biggest ideas come from the smallest moments of curiosity, like when a little boy wondered about a compass. Albert Einstein wasn't just a scientist. He was an explorer of ideas, and he showed us that the universe is full of mysteries waiting to be solved. His story reminds us that with curiosity and imagination, we can discover amazing things about the world around us. Fun Einstein facts. Albert Einstein loved to play the violin. When he wasn't thinking about space and time, he would relax by playing music. When he was a child, some of his teachers thought Albert would never amount to much because he asked too many questions. Einstein's theory of relativity helps scientists understand black holes, time travel, and even how the universe began. Even though Einstein was a genius, he believed that everyone should stay curious and keep learning, no matter how old they are.